All right, people, this is a warning. This is a warning to all. And I would really highly recommend that you may, share this. I don't usually push myself on anybody, but I really feel that this is important. So I'm just going to get started. Now, I'm going to be reading this from the New Yorker. I know there's those that know all about this, but this is something that needs to be said to give a foundation for the new people that come along that don't know anything about this, and they will not know what I'm talking about. So I need to just to kind of give this foundation of what I'm talking about when it comes to the black square, okay? After completing this simple task, Malevich became the author of the most famous, most enigmatic, and most frightening painting known to man, the Black Square. With an easy flick of the wrist, he once and for all drew an uncrossable line that between old art and new art, between man and shadow, God and the devil, life and death. In his own words, he reduced everything to the zero of form. Zero, for some reason, turned out to be a square. And this simple discovery is one of the most frightening events in art of all its history of existence. I'm just, like I said, going real quick here. Groping about in the dark with the brilliant intuition of an artist and the prophetic insight of a creator, he found the forbidden figure of a forbidden color. So simple that thousands have walked past it, stepped over it, ignored it, noticed it. To be fair, no, not many before him dared to plan a victory over the sun. Not many dared to challenge the Prince of Darkness, Malevich, did. And just as supposed to happen, incredible tales of yearning and bargaining with the devil, and the master gladly and without delay whispered in the artist's ear the simple formula of nothingness.
Malevich worked on a futurist opera, Victory Over the Sun. There, the heroes strive to eliminate reason by overtaking the sun and destroying time, essentially killing off past values. Overtaking the sun and destroying time, essentially killing off past values.
Okay, so now this is a video that came from Johnathan Kleck, and I would just like to show you the spirit, the mindset of Johnathan Kleck, because I know he knows everything that is being put into this black painting by this artist. Okay? He knows. So I'm going to play this out, and I'm going to show you how he threw his whole ministry into this black square. I just turned off the music. He puts his whole ministry into it. Knowing. The wolf off of, Little Red Riding Hood. The illustrations with the hat. The wolf. Okay, I'm going to stop it here, and I'm just going to explain here that the wolf is now being consumed by the stag. Here's the stag here. You can see a little bit of what's left of the wolf here. You can see the eyes and a little bit of his mouth here on the side of his mouth. Okay, so the beast, there's two beasts becoming one when he flips it, turns it. And there you have it, the stag. And then he puts a red cross, and Malavich, that's a signature for Malavich, is his red cross that he puts on the forehead of the stag. And the stag represents legion. Now here, Brother Nolan, Johnathan Nolan, okay, his channel is Wait, W-A-I-T. Well, he had done a couple of videos, and I had been really busy, and I, once I was able to settle down a little bit and I put out the last video, I kind of laid around and I started to go into Brother Nolan's videos to see what it is that, he was giving and see if there was anything in that. And sure enough, this is a video that he put out. And I just, again, just shaking my head to all of this. So I'm just going to get at it. And I really, really hope that, brother, that you do stay on, because we're going to need your voice. And you were right where you were supposed to be here. And I wouldn't have seen it if it hadn't been for you. So please consider in what you are thinking to do. Okay? And I thank you for this. I truly do. Here, I'm looking at this and I'm just shaking my head. I am just in absolute awe. I don't know what to say other than just to gonna walk you through this and show you what it is that I'm seeing here. Now, again, there's the stag, and the stag represents legion. The Michael Caine is talking to this young man and telling him that the virus is humankind, that we are the virus. This is what Michael Caine's telling him. In front of Michael Caine, you can see it looks like a beaker. To me, it's like a beaker, a science beaker. And in front of the young man, there's an empty glass. So that's telling me that this is not booze, but this could be a chemical in this beaker, okay, in front of Michael Caine. And for me, this is a this guy is symbolizing Johnathan Kleck, because Johnathan Kleck, his name is Michael, okay? So I'm looking at Michael Caine, and I'm looking at this beaker that has chemicals here. I'm looking at the stag, and I see legion. I'm looking at the painting behind him in black that has the, it looks like as though there's only two hands. We know there's a man sitting there. He's painted into it. But here in this shot, it looks like two hands. Okay? So I want to bring your attention to Michael. I want you to pay attention to this here chemical that's in front of him. What I thought of right away when I saw Michael Caine, I thought of Johnathan Kleck, because I know that Johnathan Kleck's name is Michael. I know that. So when I saw this, it was like the two came into one. Like I just right away, Johnathan Kleck. And then when I looked down and I saw the beaker, I said, that's it right there. Okay. The Infernal, 2016. What was the plot? The plot was about a man who had created a biological superweapon he dubbed Inferno. A superweapon. Chemical, biological, or any other weapon that can kill and bring significant harm to the numerous humans or great cause damage to human-made structures. Okay, so to humans, infernal, with the potential of annihilating half the world's population. Johnathan Kleck went on opening day to go see the movie. Opening day is a declaration of war. It's war when the doors are open. He went under the arches. The doors are open again, So on October 28th, 2016, and that's when Johnathan Kleck went to go see the Inferno when it opened. October 28th, 16. He also said that he was going to get a message, a definitive message, he says, and I'll let you hear it.
And it seems like I'm hearing inside of me, there'll be a definitive message. I hope it's good. There'll be a definitive message. I hope it's good.
Now, I don't know what message he received, and I don't know what brought him to this, but I'll tell you this. This is where it's going for me anyway. This is what I'm seeing. So he gets his message. And what would that message be? All right, one more thing with this here, and then I'll wrap this part of it up, is the horn. Okay, look at that. And Johnathan Kleck just blew the horn, did he not? He did. So there you go. There's the horn. This actually brought me back to Peter with the basilica too, because it actually looked like, when I was talking about the gates and the hell, and it looked like something coming up from the hell in front of the altar. Yeah, that's the same. That's what it reminded me of also. But yeah, there's the horn right there. So again, thank you so much, brother, for being there and putting this up. You will be sorely missed. You really will. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, I want to say something really quick about the rainbow. Okay, you know how Johnathan Kleck is always about the rainbow, where the trailers were and all this stuff. Everything is about the rainbow. I don't know how many of you know that this rainbow is not of God. It is not heavenly. It is not the covenant that you think it is with the promise of what he had given the earth. As he says here in Genesis 9:13, I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth. Okay, so when we look at this, again, it's all about simplicity. It's all about finding out the differences and the similarities, like the similarities and the differences, okay? And here, God talks about a bow. He has said nothing about the rain. He's talking about the bow, a bow. I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for the token of a covenant between me and the earth. Okay, so in Ezekiel 1:28, he says, as the appearance of the bow that is in the cloud in the day of rain. Okay, in the appearance of the bow that is in a cloud in the day of rain. Ezekiel 1:28. I have a testimony here where what I'm reading right here, I'm a witness to. And one day I was out, and it was a beautiful day. I was working on the yard, and this kind of little flickering got my eye, just caught my eye. I look up, and it's the only cloud in the sky. It's only a little white one. It's just, and I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, well, look at, isn't that something, I'm not sure what to think about it, but I'm glad I'm a witness to it, to say that I had seen something like this. And what I saw was a white cloud with the colors of the rainbow, and they were kind of flickering. That caught my attention inside the rainbow. So it was a beautiful day, and it was the color of the rainbow in the cloud. And this is my testimony. And I back up Ezekiel when he says in the appearance of, a bow that is in the cloud of the day of rain. Because when we see rainbows like this, there's rain. This rainbow is going from one end to the other. God's is a bow in a cloud, not from one end to the other. So here we are discerning the supernatural and what is holy. So I just wanted to bring this forward because he's always talking about the rainbow, and it's got nothing to do with God, not the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay, I want to say here that this is not a victory dance for me at all, and I have nothing against this man, but we are dealing with spirit. We are in a spiritual war. This is God's war. But I'm not dancing. Okay. This truly was an all moment for me. Okay, so again, I really don't know what to say. But just to show you my findings. Oof, okay. This video I was going to put up yesterday. And for some reason I can't explain, I put it aside. I took it right out and I put it aside. And so today I went to work on it. Hopefully I was able to get the video out today. And as I was doing that, I noticed a few things. And so please, this is cause for discernment. Okay, I am going to show you here the video that I played out yesterday, and then I am going to show you the same video again today, and then you can hear and see what is going on here. Okay, because this to me was just an all moment. Okay, so I come back here. Let me I don't know which one to play first. I'm going to play the one that I played out yesterday. I mean, I could be right or wrong how to do this, but I don't know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this first. Okay.
And then I went to pick up my phone and it said 426, and I was going to say, look at 426. It means Elah, which is God singular, and judgment.
Okay. Did you see the bird go by? If it means anything, but there's a bird that flies by. Do you see that? Doesn't really mean anything, I'm just saying, but as he's talking about it. Okay, so I'm going to play this right through.
26. It means Elah, which is God singular, and judgment. Okay, I'm going to prove that very quick. I want you to see everything. Everything I said, I'm going to prove. So the Lord told me, look up 426 on my phone. See right there, Elah, God.
Okay, I just want to make sure you see that.
Disappeared. And then I was like, okay, well, she's gone for good. And it was a female, forget the name of the bird, a female bunting. And then I went to pick up my phone And it said 426, and I heard the Lord say, look at 426. It means Elah, which is God singular, and judgment. That's just nuts. Really? Thank you so much. Judgment. That's just nuts. Really? Thank you so much. Yeah. Judgment. That's just nuts. Really? Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay? So you can see very clearly that he had fixed this video. Also, the video here is at 1 hour 13:46, is it? I think. Yeah. Is that the right one? What? Okay, so 1:13:46. Okay. And the one that is being watched, do that.
To pick up my phone, and it said 426, and I heard the Lord say, look at 426. It means Elah, which is God singular, and judgment.
Okay, and look at this. It's 3 hours here, 1 minute and 31 seconds. And in the one that I played out today, is showing 1 hour 13 and 46 seconds. Okay. Here it has the rainbow, right? This is the one that I took yesterday, right? And in this one, I couldn't find the rainbow. I mean, you could probably find it for me. I don't know, but I do not see the rainbow in here. I don't know what that is. Video taken from Jimmy Sullivan's phone. Rainbow lands on Ark. Right. Okay. Didn't know about that. Okay. Okay, so here's Ella. All right, and the way he had spelt it out was E-L-A-H. This is what they were hiding. Okay, they took this here so that maybe I wouldn't find it, but boy did I find it. I'll tell you. Ella, Edom. When I saw this, I just fell right out of my chair. Really, I mean, come on, Edom. And you know that I have been putting Edom, Esau, Odin, China, Germany, all, right at Johnathan Kleck and pointing it out every time that I had an opportunity when he was wearing red or red was around him to be continuously reminding everybody about Edom. And here it says Elah, the name of an Edomite clan. Wow. Wow, right? So then Elah, Hebrew word for the tree. Now, here back in Elah, E-L, the way it's spelled here, there's only two meanings. And this is what I explained. I said Elah means goddess, and then there was the tree. Now, this tree is from the Middle East, and it's the family of a pistachio tree. If you want to look up this here in Isaiah 6-13, it is the turbidith tree, the turbith. I cannot pronounce it, I'm sorry. But again, it's spelled here E-L-L-A, but also it is spelled E-L-A-H right here. And there's the tree. Excuse me. So I ended up on my little thing went right here by accident. I look and I went, oh, really? And sure enough, again, it's spelled E-L-A-H. All right, so even though Ella, and it's about the tree, it's still spelled E-L-L-A. And another thing, this Ellie, this is a name for the meaning of other. This is German, okay, for other, Ellie. And again, it was, I don't know, I don't even know what to call it anymore, you know. But here,
with Margie and Ellie, and
okay, now he's with Margie and he's with this young girl. Her name is Ellie. Okay. Of course he has to show all this, right? Okay, so Margie, and Ellie. Remember, goddess, right? Ella, goddess. Ellie, other. All right, other is very important also.
Ellie, and I'm in Grand Junction getting the containers. And so this is, we're just kind of wrapping it up. There's Ellie, say hi. Okay, there you go. Hi. There's Margie. Hey, Mike. Hey, Brielle. Hey.
Okay, so we got a Mike, but an Ella, Briella, you know, Briella, Ella. Okay. I wanted to show you this one more time. I forgot about it here. I'm just going to throw this in. But you remember when I read this? Okay, this was... Okay. It says here, it was a year ago. Johnathan has requested the latest video be removed due to some info that was accidentally in it. The video is recording 106, posted on March 6, 2020. He will be reposting a fixed version soon. You can see that. Okay. Following, the answer is, I am very sorry for leaving the video up. It is now permanently deleted. Going forward, I will carefully watch for any posted videos that are removed or changed and follow suit. Okay. Reposting a fixed version. Okay.
This is the way how is she doing? Machiavellic instrument meaning total control, because the Swiss farm, this incessant ringing of loud bells, matching the KKK. German word Glocke, meaning bells, a cow, and Klux comes from the German word Glocke, meaning K-U-H, meaning a cow, and Klux comes, well, I'll tell you where it comes from. Kuh comes from the German word Kuh, I'll tell you where it comes from. A Swiss cross on a red underground. The Kukulkan, what does it mean? Is it English? No. Is it Latin? A Swiss cross on a red underground. The Kukulkan, what does it mean? Is it English? No. Is it Latin maybe? No. Well, I'll tell you where it comes from. Kuh comes from the German word Kuh, K-U-H, meaning a cow. And Klux comes from the German word Glocke, meaning bells. First Anglified into Glocks and then camouflaged into Klux, matching the KKK. So what is this cowbells clan then? In Switzerland, every cow has a huge bell around her neck, which is maybe. No. Well, I'll tell you. First Anglified.
Well, you heard that. Okay, so again, this is the KKK. Oh, where am I going now? Okay, and that's right in the middle of it. Okay, so again, you've got the KKK, you know, you got Switzerland. So there you go, and I believe it's the Talmud. Okay, so 99. So the Edomites moved to the west together with the 10 tribes and now dwell among them. The Edomites worship Esau, which is Essos, which is another form for the name Esau. The Celtic pagan god was also worshipped in Germany. He became known as Odin. The name Odin is a form of the name Edom. German nationalists identified with Odin. So did Hitler. Odin meaning Edom. They identified with Edom. Okay, so Esau becomes now as Esus. Esau was the twin brother of Jacob, who was also known as Israel. Esau was also known as Edom, meaning red. In Genesis 25, when her time to give birth was at hand, there were twins in her womb. The first came out red, all the body like a hairy mantle. So they named him Esau. Esau said to Jacob, "Let me eat some of that red stuff, for I am famished." Therefore, he was called Edom. So I don't think this is from the KJV, but yes, it's the same thing. Even though it was porridge, the red porridge, it's talking about the color red, not just necessarily the skin color, but the color red itself. And it's very dominant in China, very dominant. And when you look at Johnathan Kleck, there's red, a little bit here, splashed here and splashed there, so it's very dominant. And I every opportunity that I have, like I say, I bring that forward, and the first thing I think about is Adam. Descendants of Adam were to be found in different regions of the Middle East. From these areas, there were movements to the north and to the west. Peoples who have first appeared in the Middle East ended up in Europe, including Germany. Before the Romans came, we found that the name Esau reconstructed as Essus in Gaul. Normandy, Assyrians of Normandy were named after Esau. Esau was also recorded in the South Gaul and was worshipped at Paris and Treves. Trier, a city in Germany on the banks of the, you get it here, Mosella, on the border with the Luxembourg and near France. A coin with the name Essus has been found in England. Personal names like, and I can't pronounce this, son of Esau, he who has the strength of Esau, occur in England, France, Switzerland. Esau is also found on an inscription in Algeria, where it may be traceable to Celtic merchants or mercenaries. Esau has been found in modern-day Algeria, Germany. He is evoked here. Okay. I'll just read this here. The name Odin is another form of the name Edom. Odin was the wild hunter with rage who appeared in the skies of Germany, inspiring the Germans. Odin in Germany thought was the god of wind and the god of death. This is very important, okay? So Odin in Germany thought was the god of wind and the god of death. Okay, so do you remember this? This is RT, okay? And the clapping of the hands when he claps, and he opens up every time when he opens up a video, he's clapping his hands to the gods, right? This is the god here, and we are talking about this god, okay, of life, death, rebirth, deity, okay, right here. Obtaining. It's a feathered god. Okay, here it is. God of wind and rain. Okay, and death. Right here. Also, we are, okay, and it says here, while attaining empowerment, the students will shout out, they'll be chanting, "You are my other self." Other, Germany, Ellie, goddess. Okay, this is truly an eye-opener for me. I'm just in awe about this. Appealing to the gods to give them critical consciousness. This is MKL. This is Operation Paperclip, Again, the gods of the wind and the death here, as it says also. Okay. Yeah. So Odin in Germany thought was the god of wind and the god of death. In North Germany, he was associated with the wind hunt, and South Germany was the engaged host of spiritual beings riding the skies. And all of them are saying they're flying away, right? Host of spiritual beings riding the skies. The peasants of North Germany, when they heard a howling in the air, would say, Odin hunts. Odin marches as of old, and the head of his heroes accompanied by his wolves, who followed him and pounced upon the bodies of the fallen. Odin is also Edom. In the years leading up to WW2, numerous Germans reported seeing Odin in their dreams. A psychiatrist, Jung, wrote much on this subject. Odin had come to represent the Germanic racial nationalism. Odin was awakening. Odin was considered some kind of the German nation. So, wow, and like I say, I've been going after this from the beginning. The things of Esau. Okay, so I'd like to thank. I hope I say this right, pronounce it right. Sadhu707. Okay, this is a video I thought fitting for the ending of this, so I'm just going to play this out as I read the verses. I'm going to start with Thomas, verse 39. Jesus said, the Pharisees and the scribes have taken the keys of knowledge, gnosis, and hidden them. They themselves have not entered, nor have they allowed to enter those who wish to. You, however, be as wise as serpents, and as innocent as doves. The Lord redeemeth the soul of his servants, and none of them that trust in him shall be desolate. And he said, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, the Lord, will make myself known unto him in a vision, and will speak unto him in a dream. I have also spoken by the prophets, and have multitude visions, and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. No fear, be love, and give hope. Thank you, Jesus.